It may sound controversial, but here it is. Those who wait for the mind to get better before acting never act. Before any victory out there, there's a quiet victory in here. Not magic thinking, mental engineering, discipline, self-control, purpose. Good news? Tangible results show up in the first 7 days of lucid training. Bad news? Too much comfort weakens you, and life doesn't negotiate with fragility. Most people live on autopilot, talented and tired, begging the world to be gentle. Stoicism flips the switch. Don't ask the terrain to be kind, strengthen your step. Tame impulses, filter what enters your head, act calmly in chaos. It's simple, not easy, and precisely because of that, it works. Today he learns 8 lessons that cut noise and build real power. If he's ever asked, "Why do I stall?" he's in the right place. No shortcuts, structure, decisions that outlast the day's mood. A trained mind isn't perfect, it's predictable in his favor. Grab a notebook, you'll get practical exercises to use now. By the end, either he rewrites the script, or the script rewrites him. One, stop asking for ease, build capacity. He's noticed that asking for a lighter day doesn't change life's weight. What changes is the inner strength he decides to build, no drama. The Stoic doesn't pray for smooth asphalt, he trains his step for any terrain. When life tightens, he doesn't ask, "Why?" He asks, "How do I cross?" Reality is tough. The mind can be tougher. To start, he picks micro-challenges that hurt little but build a lot. A 60-second cold shower, 10 minutes of silence, stairs instead of elevator. One hard conversation a week, calmly, eye to eye. One conscious no per day to something that steals focus. Each week, he logs clarity gained, not just discomfort felt. When turbulence hits, he practices the Stoic reframe. This shouldn't happen. This is training my character now. I want control. I accept the uncontrollable and act on what's mine. He prefers path-opening questions. What is under my domain? Without begging the world for kindness, he becomes able to cross it. 2. Everything you want is on the other side of discipline. He understands, motivation is a visitor, discipline is a contract. An excited mind promises, a disciplined mind delivers, quietly. The rule is simple, 3 non-negotiable actions per day, no matter what. They fit even on bad days and sustain real progress. No spectacle, no suspense, just consistency. At dawn, he guards the first 60 minutes like a vault. No feeds, gossip, or anxious email. Bring in reading and writing. 5 pages of meditations, 3 of the Enchiridion, 1 of his own reflection. Then 25 to 45 minutes of deep focus on an anchor task. The body senses command, and the mind learns to obey. To solidify the commitment, he uses a visible habit tracker. A giant X on each completed day. No perfection, no excuses. When he slips, he doesn't self-judge. He restarts the next block. Discipline doesn't demand he always wins, only that he returns quickly. From that return, the freedom he's sought for years begins. 3. Training the mind means guarding what enters and what leaves. His mind is a temple, not a storage unit for emotional junk. Doors too open breed confusion, haste, and pointless comparison. He sets an internal gate. What enters must strengthen. Content, environments, and people face the same filter. If it doesn't nourish, reduce. If it contaminates, cut. He tests a realistic 7-day dopamine diet. No push notifications, No infinite scroll after 8 p.m. 3 10-minute silence blocks during the day. Active consumption. Read with a pen, listen with a notebook, watch while taking notes. Attention turns into a muscle, not a hostage. With less noise outside, less poison leaves inside. After mistakes, he swaps "I'm a failure" for "I did X, learned Y, will do Z." He guards self-talk like a devoted sentinel. He asks, "Does this strengthen or weaken me now?" His expression starts to build instead of sabotage. 4. Self-control, the wise person's silent weapon. He discovers the power of the space between stimulus and response. In that small gap, his life changes route. 3 deep nasal breaths reopen choices that were invisible. With an oxygenated mind, the urge loses its fake urgency. Action serves reason, not ego. When the urge to explode appears, he delays 10 minutes. If it still makes sense, he responds, 9 times out of 10, it's gone. For criticism, he uses a short, calm script. "I get your point. I'll consider it." And he keeps his posture. His firmness doesn't need volume. Self-control isn't ice, it's directed energy. He allows himself to feel everything, but acts only where it matters. He trains in the ordinary. Don't abandon a task because of a notification. Park the phone in another room during deep work. The world notices his calm presence before it notices his resume. 5. Think like a victim, live like a slave. He doesn't deny pain, but he rejects the identity of the helpless. A hard story explains, but it doesn't dictate. Outsourcing control makes him a hostage to someone else's mood. Owning responsibility hands him back the key to his life. Freedom starts with the verb, "I choose." At day's end, he does a simple, honest inventory. What was mine? What wasn't? What did I learn? He converts complaint into a next action within his control. He trades, "No one supports me," for, "Who can I support today?" Slowly, reality answers the new posture. To break the cycle, he polices language with loving rigor. I can't yet. It's impossible. It's hard, but trainable." As an antidote to isolation, he practices small acts of courage. Life respects those who stand up, even trembling. 6. Don't negotiate with your weakness. Give it orders. He stops giving his polite laziness a chair and a vote. Emotion consults, reason decides, hierarchy set. Short, clear, measurable commands replace self-justification. Up on the first alarm. 45 minutes of focus now. Notifications off. With each order kept, self-respect grows. Weakness, of course, performs. You deserve infinite rest. He recognizes the manipulation and runs the protocol. 5 seconds to decide, act immediately, reward later. He logs the win to anchor identity. Not harshness, protection of his promise. For impulsive cravings, he applies, pay the toll. Before the pleasure, 10 minutes of a pre-chosen useful task. If the urge remains, fine. If it passes, even better. He trains like a muscle, resistance now, power later. The inner chaos learns who's in charge. 7. You don't have to win every day, but you must fight every day. He drops the straight-line fantasy and embraces real terrain. There are foggy days, heavy bodies, noisy minds. On those days, the goal is don't reset the game. One anchor task, one worthy step, one thread of presence. That's already a quiet win. He preps a grade A kit that doesn't depend on mood. Get up, shower, 15-minute walk, one small task. A kind message to someone and a made bed. Micro-victories protect the larger trajectory, and they block the spiral of self-sabotage. When he falls, he practices fast return, not long lament. Review what happened, adjust the route, get back on path. No theatrical guilt, no romanticized quitting. The floor isn't home, it's a reference for rising better. Stack these fights, and character turns unshakable. 8. Consistency always beats lazy talent. He realizes talent charms, but consistency transforms. A gift without practice becomes pretty, useless dust. Process with weekly review drags any potential forward. Process metrics, not vanity metrics, steer the compass. The question shifts, what do I sustain? Not, what did I post? He picks a 90-day plan with clear cadence. Monday through Friday, one deep work block, SAT, review, SUN, prep. Bi-weekly checkpoints to learn, not to punish. One column, keep, another, adjust. In the end, consistency looks like luck, but it's engineering. Examples inspire him. The writer who rewrites 100 times. The athlete who trains in the rain without a photo. The pro who studies 45 minutes a day for years. No one is born ready, everyone is built. He chooses to be on the team that stays until it shows. Now it's on him. Which lesson becomes practice today? Which micro-order will he follow even without wanting to? Who does he decide to keep outside his mind from now on? Answer in the comments. Public commitment stiffens the spine. And tomorrow, come back and write, I fought one more day. Want real change? Stop collecting theory. Choose one process metric. Protect your first 60 minutes, and don't reset the game. His consistency doesn't need an audience, it needs presence. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stick around. Every week, a new piece to armor the mind and align the life.